Next up, we have Franck, and if you don't know much about him, or if you want to know a bit about him before I get him up on stage, he's a seasoned programmer with more than 3 years of experience, 3 decades of experience. Oh, 3 years. He's been involved in the NFT space since early 2021, during which he has developed over 40.
Yeah, for sure.
40 smart contracts for a variety of projects, which I think gives him a lot of experience to hold this workshop for you today. And he's recognized as a thought leader in the field of low gas contracts and has a passion for exploring the possibilities of soul-bound tokens. And he's going to be hosting a live smart contract audit. So please welcome on stage Franck Dupont.
Okay, good afternoon. I hope you enjoy your second day at NFT Bucharest. I'm so happy to be here for you. Okay, today we will learn funny things, okay? I'm not gonna talk about technical, very deep technical things. I want just to vulgarize something that I find very interesting. So, I'm Franck. I'm an engineer, developer, and I also organize events in France. I'm from France. And I've built OpenGem with my brother just because we detect a lot of vulnerabilities in NFT collections. So for you today, I just picked 3 examples, quite famous example. Cool Cats, On-Chain Monkey, Doodles. Who have one of this collection, one item of this collection? No? Nobody? Okay. And we will see how this contract has some problems. And to start, I just wanted to invite you to make a step backward just to think about the real world. In the real world, we have an object. Okay, let's take, for example, Mona Lisa. Okay, and what brings value to this object is not the object itself, but more about certificate, a paper certificate. Okay, so the paper said this is a real one, so it has value. Okay, but in this case, we can have fake object, but the real certificate. And we can have also the opposite, a fake certificate, but the real object. So in the Web3, actually, this is quite the same. We have the asset, okay, so the image, the attributes, and we have the NFTs. Actually, the NFT acts like a certificate. But at the difference with the real world, in the Web3, we actually can link both these things to make very persistent the asset. So it can solve a big problem here. We cannot have, in a certain way, a fake asset and a good NFT and the opposite. We can do that. So in a perfect Web3 space, Cool Cats should be that. We have a blockchain that is decentralized, persistent, etc. And inside of it, we have an NFT. And inside the NFT, we can have the asset. It's something possible, even in Ethereum. Okay, for now, we'll talk about EVM blockchains, because we are talking about smart contract, okay? So here, Cool Cats on Ethereum, we can imagine that this is a very good practice to present the project like this, but this is not the case. Actually, this is this. Cool Cats is on the blockchain Ethereum. The NFT of each Cool Cats contains only one ID, here 8466, and a link, okay? This is actually a text. This text points to the asset, and the asset is in the red part. This is Web2 part, actually. This is the API of Cool Cats. So this is a private server of Cool Cats. So here we can see that actually the developers of the team can update your asset at any time, okay? So, in this case, you are just owner of this, but not this. But, so, this is the first problem, because a day we can have this. Okay, the image can disappear or can become a poo, and even the attributes can change. But this is not the worst. The worst thing is this link at certain time can be updated too, like this. It's possible, because this is how the smart contract is designed, how the smart contract is coded. It's not because this is an NFT data that is persistent. It can be overwritable if the developer chose it before. And also, we can have this. This is just the server is down, so all your assets are down, 404, okay? And you know what? It happens on Cool Cats. It happens on Cool Cats. 1 year ago, I even took a screenshot because I was so mind-blown. For 5 days in a row, all the holders were not able to prove that they own this kind of Cool Cats because all their assets were down. Okay, so it's a problem. Now, all of this is about code. So this is why at OpenGem we audit smart contract to get a transparency about how you really own an NFT, who can have a hand on your asset. So this is the theme of the workshop here. Let's take the Cool Cats. So developers here, show me your hand. Okay, cool, great. So I won't be very technical, don't worry, but you will understand everything I will say. Just take the Cool Cats collection. Let's take a random one and just see the smart contract. You know, when you go to details, this is a French language, okay? And the smart contract is just here. We can click on it, and here we got Etherscan, okay? Etherscan is like the Google of smart contract of Ethereum, okay? And here we have contract, okay? Oh, first thing, the green check here doesn't mean it's safe, okay? The green check is just because the developer published the correct code into the Etherscan. This is not because it's green, it's safe. It's just because the developer published the real code that is running in the blockchain. It's important to know because I heard a lot of things about it. Okay, just click on contract. And here you have 3 tabs. Here, I just want to explain you how easily you can detect if an asset is alterable, okay? So you have 3 other tabs: code, read contract, write contract. Code is just about the code. And read contract is about reading all the public value that is inside the smart contract. And you should pay attention to one of the function is this token URI. Actually, this function is a standard in NFT space, specifically on 721. We are just talking about 721 here, okay? And here it permits to see what is the asset, okay? So here, let's push any ideal 42, and we have, as you said, the API of Cool Cats. Okay, first warning, this is centralized, okay? So you need to pay attention of this. The second point is, okay, this link can be alterable or not, can be rewritten or not. So here, you need to go through the code. So for you, I just copy-paste the Cool Cats smart contract. You don't have to understand all of this, but I will just explain you very easily this. Okay, token URI, actually, this is a standard ERC 2771, okay? You don't need to understand this, but just keep in mind that it just takes a string, okay, a characters, and then it adds the ID of the token just after. This is the result of token URI. And the base, so the string, is called base URI, okay? We can see that. So in Cool Cats, I want to know what is base URI. What is this value? So I jump into the smart contract of Cool Cats, and I can see that base URI is something that is initialized at the beginning, okay? But this function lets all the developers of the smart contract rewrite the token URI. So here, Cool Cats offer a private link for token URI, and they can rewrite the token URI also. So this is actually the practice that it was very popular 2 years ago, like 80%, really. Now we are more about IPFS. Okay, IPFS is a decentralized protocol. It lets people upload media on peer-to-peer. It's quite popular now, but we have also a very nice project that put fully on-chain the asset. It exists, okay? Like on-chain monkey. On-chain monkey is quite popular too. Who knows on-chain monkey? Yeah. Actually, what do you see here is not a JPEG. Okay, let's see what happens. Go through the smart contract. Okay, let's go there. Contract, read contract, and token URI. Okay, let's see. Now I will put 42, for example, random ID. Wow, I have all of this stuff. What happens? This is not a link. Here we are the JSON that have a lot of attributes, etc. And it's hashed in base 64. It's not hashed, but it's converted in base 64. You just need to understand that all of this needs to be translated in another language, okay? So let's do that. I know this is base on 64. So go through Google and type base 64 to text, for example, just to know what is it. Code, decode. Okay, let's go. I paste and I decode. Okay, we are seeing here some JSON, on-chain monkey, 42. We have some attributes, hat, okay? And also we have another base 64 value, a big one. Okay, let's take it. This is here until the end. Okay, let's go there. So I translate again this one. And now I have SVG. This is SVG. So let's copy paste on the HTML file, okay? I just opened it for you. This is an HTML file, test.html. And I just opened here. Oh my God. So here, this is not on internet, okay? This is a local file. I can reproduce the asset locally just from the smart contract. Okay, we can talk about full on-chain asset. This is a quite good practice, right? So you have a lot of practice, different practice. IPFS, on-chain, but also you can put real image in the blockchain, uploading image, but you will need to use quite tricky things like emit events, because when you emit events in the blockchain, you can store data very, very cheaply. Like, this is not expensive on the gas fees. It's possible. This is not exactly on-chain stuff, but this is a side chat stuff, because this is on the header of each block that is validated. You have a header with metadata, and when you emit event, it stores all your data of the event inside the header. It's a practice. We have some example of like RPG. RPG, great project for creating music. They use this kind of techniques to upload samples when you create music. They not paid me to, but I know that we audit them 2 years ago, and it was a master class of smart contract. Okay, I wanted to show you doodles. Doodles, there is a lot of problems, and specifically one problem. And I would like to show you something, and if someone of you guess what is the problem, I will offer a beautiful socks of NFT Biarritz. So, okay, let's go. Just trust me, I copy paste for you the smart contract of doodles. So, set base URI is quite the same of Coolcat, so it's rewritable, so token URI can change, etc. But we have another big vulnerability, and the big one is here. Actually, here, oh, sorry. We are not talking about asset persistence. Oh, okay, this is the maximum zoom. We are more talking about the scarcity of assets. Because here, who can just tell me what these functions do? Developers, so. Yeah, actually, this function, this is this. They can mint any token they want, even if what? Exactly, because the max supply is here, but it's not used to check if it's reached on this function. we are talking about doodles, okay? So this function, and congratulations, you're in the big socks of signed by Polkadot. Signed by Polkadot. So yeah, this function is a big problem for your token because a day, the developer of this smart contract can mint any token they want at the infinite. There is infinite supply actually, and with the asset they want. So, and this is here for life, okay? This is for eternity because this is a function that is in the smart contract. So a smart contract is not because a data is in the smart contract that is safe or whatever. The smart contract is just logic, and if a bad function is designed in the smart contract, it's here, so it can be triggered, even if it's bad or good or A last thing before I end, I just want to show you something about Bored Ape. Okay, Bored Ape. Bored Ape had big problems. It's about the asset persistency, so the base URI were writable. So this is still the case, okay? And when you see, I didn't paste, so I will show you. And the thing that they did, okay, token URI, base URI, etc. And we have the set base URI just, okay, here. So we have, this is internal, sorry, set base URI, but it's used in public function, so triggerable by users. So here we can be sure that the base URI can be rewritten. So the community was mad about this. So they claimed to the team to do something. Please do something because all the assets are not persistent. What they did, actually the only thing they could do, it's what? See that? Exactly. Who said that? Congratulations, you have the second one. Okay, here we have only owner. So this is only the owner of the smart contract that can set base URI, that can rewrite all the assets. So what they did is just, okay, we will renounce to the ownership of the smart contract. So this is like I say, okay, I take my project and I put it in the trash to be sure that nobody can touch it anymore. This is very symbolic. This is a strong decision, actually. So now, when you go through the OpenSea, you can see a funny thing. Here, we have null address. The Bored Ape Yacht Club is owned by no one. It was actually the only way to secure the asset. So, yeah. So, thank you for listening to me. All of this, we do a lot of workshops about these technical things in Biarritz, in France. It's called Shaka Biarritz, the last week of August. And yeah, you are most welcome. And just if you have some question, you can do that, and maybe after. So thank you so much. Maybe a question just before the yeah.
So the error that was made there with increasing the supply above 10,000, was that intentional or it was a development?
I don't know. I think it's not intentional because I don't know why. This is. I think they are just thinking about okay, just to be safe. Just code a function that can create NFT for the team, for the investors, for etc. But they are not, thinking about when the max supply is reached. So
It might be an issue with code review, maybe.
Maybe code review, or yeah. I think they just forgot. It's a very beginner mistake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but it's still here and it will be here forever. So it's crazy. Yeah, thank you. Another question? No more question? Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye.